Happy Halloween, or for those of you who are celebrating I'm probably going to mispronounce it, so I apologize. Blessed Samhain, I believe that's how I pronounced it, or whatever you're going to be celebrating either tomorrow or this entire rest of October. Welcome to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, fellow Whovians, or as a friend of mine says, fellow Boovians. My name is Christian Basil, and boo! Yeah, there you go. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Which one of the scariest episodes of 2023 you're going to help us create by the end of tonight? We will be deciding what is the scariest episode of Doctor Who this year there. So let me go ahead and all at once I'm going to go ahead and bring in my entourage of scary Whovians. There we go. Hello, everybody down there. And let's go ahead and bring in our panelists. Speaking of scary people, let's go ahead and start off with our favorite scary person, Mr. Mark Muncie. How you doing there, my friend?
Oh, very scary up here in the mountains. So loving the spooky air. The leaves are falling, and it's doing all the things it's supposed to do. I'm not used to that. I've been in Florida for 30 years. So
nice. Yeah, but no skunk egg out there. So yeah.
No, we have Dog Man, which is apparently even worse. So
well, that's original. So,
yeah.
So how is it?
But yeah, no, Eerie Travel's doing well. We just got moved to 2 days a week on Spotify, iTunes, and all your other favorite networks. So tune in on EerieTravels.com.
Yes, yes. Don't forget to check him out on the YouTube channel. And you guys doing mixing now? You're doing a podcast and an audio. So
we don't do the video. We're just doing audio 100%, which has been a lot of fun. But the YouTube, we broadcast it on YouTube. So, but it's without the pictures. It's just the audio. Done with subtitles for those that have special needs. So
gotcha there. Don't forget to say hi in the chats. Melanie and Dave are taking a break today because they took care of me while I was out last week. So now they're going to be taking care of. I'm letting them take care of themselves. Speaking of taking care of themselves and spooky adventures, yeah, my segues are bad. Welcome, Mackenzie Floor.
What segues?
Yeah,
I told you my segues. My segues are popular out there.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Kevo and Nico say hello. Happy Hallows Eve, everyone. And everybody's saying hello in the chats. Happy All Saints Day. How do you celebrate, Mackenzie? Do you go out trick-or-treating? What are you going to be doing today?
Well, the last 2 years, I know I usually watch scary Doctor Who episodes, but I know tomorrow I will be actually doing a Bendy and the Ink Machine, which is one of my favorite Halloween type-ish games. So I'll be doing that. But we're going to be it's passing out candy, which is the first thing we've done in years. It's been a long time since we've done that. Yeah, so we'll be doing that. And probably, I would not be surprised we'll be maybe doing some Doctor Who episodes too. Who's to say?
How busy has been your neighborhoods? Because unfortunately, because somebody or some virus got out there, it's not been as popular. In fact, the trunk or treats have been growing in masses. Have you been seeing? That's not a bad thing. I actually kind of like it because you're not letting your kids go, from door to door all over town into spooky places, and and possibly doing nefarious things. They're all around fellow parents and such, and taking care of themselves. So they're in a nice area. I wouldn't say that trick-or-treating was bad, but my God, I used to go over every haunted house I could possibly, even the ones with the lights shut off.
Yeah, usually
show me that candy, man.
It will be outside and sitting out on the porch and giving out Halloween candy. But I know this year it's supposed to be one of the coldest Halloweens we've had in years.
Unmute your mic, Candy Man. I can't undo it for you. There you go.
Sorry.
So we got candy corn. I might as well introduce you. There is the Candy Man. For this
Halloween. I want this. I want candy corn for Halloween. We don't get candy corn this.
Are you serious?
What?
Not from the actual shops. You have to go to the American candy shops, and they very rarely have it in.
Just come to the States November 1st. It's in every trash can that's out there.
Yeah, you name it.
So candy corn, yay! I give candy corn a hard time, but I'm like I munch on it. It's, the only thing in the room.
Oh yeah. So.
It's not bad. It's just not, it's not
pure sugar.
It's just pure. I worked out there's 5 different types of sugars in candy corn.
What?
There's 5 different types of sugars.
Yeah.
You got corn syrup, you got normal sugar, you got glucose. It's like 5 different types of sugars.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And not one healthy calorie in it. So it's great.
No.
That's why it tastes so good.
You can kind of make do with Snickers because you can pretend the peanuts are healthy. That's it.
Wait a minute. What is Kevo and the guy saying over there? Candy corn is basically like what you wish eating a birthday candle. That's why.
That's harsh, Kevo. That's harsh.
There is a chance that you might be right. That's what they make birthday candles from out there. And speaking of somebody who eats food on his channel, yes, let's bring up that.
All right, that was a good one. That's a good segment.
I know. I watch your stuff.
Woo!
The hashtag guru, or better known as the Reverend Amagon on the YouTube channel.
Oh,
Moon
I got a
pie.
review on this too.
Pumpkin spice.
That's dangerous.
What on earth? Never
just
seen that before.
Every so often it has been out for like a couple of years, but I'm the only one that bought the box. This display is still sitting there full. Yeah, it was me.
Ah.
My reviews. I got so many reviews.
Well, what are you going to be doing for Halloween this year, my friend?
Sitting here doing videos of all the things I should have done and all the kudzu weeklies, all that stuff.
Got it out there, and Mark Robinson, the Candyman. We know for a fact that Halloween's not big out there, but do they do trick or treating out there or no?
They do, mainly for the kids, but it's not really that big over here. Normally, what they do, if you're want to be part of the trick or treat, they normally put a pumpkin or decorate outside the house. But most of the time, because like with a lot of old age pensioners and stuff like that, it's come a little bit of taboo. You know what I mean? Knocking on everyone's door.
Right.
So basically, what they're doing now, if anyone want to do trick or treating, they put like a pumpkin outside to say yes, we're happy to do this. Otherwise, no one puts anything out really.
Yeah, or else
just move them.
Just stay away.
Yeah. Stay away from my house.
Speaking of which, I didn't have a good segue to this, and I don't want this man to stay away. I kept the best for last because I got to meet this gentleman out over at Dave & Buster's, and he finally got his picture with the TARDIS, so he joins in the ranks of all the folks who's had their picture with the TARDIS. This is the lovely Nick Smith of Nick Smith Films, also of the Cosmic Mask. So there he is. Me and him at Dave & Buster's, and I think we just I think we had a great time. I would like to think we had a great time. But what did you say, Nick? What was it?
I think we did have a great time, and I found out that you're not just a head; you actually are a whole person.
I'm more than a bust. I just want to let people know I'm more than just this size out here. So for entertainment purposes only. So yeah,
I think the most fun we had was trying to work the controllers in Dave & Buster's, and they were all knackered. So
yeah, exactly. Some of them were just like
challenging.
There was one game where I was like pointing the gun in one direction and the target was like on the far right. I'm not kidding you. Nick was looking at like, what are you shooting at? I'm like, I'm apparently on your screen.
Shooting at me.
I'm shooting everything that you're shooting at, so it kind of defeats the purpose there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It was an absolute blast out there. Mm-hmm. So guys, tonight we are going to be doing our selection for what is the scariest episode of 2023. Let me go ahead and jump into your chats. We got a lot of people saying hi tonight. Nick, you're team candy corn. Okay, I got you ready now. And in a few moments, we're going to be going over our panelist picks for their top scariest episode of Doctor Who. A little bit later in the episodes, we want to get your take because today we want you to help us put together a list of the number one episode that we got out there. So a lot of hashtags out tonight out there. Oh, Jim, okay. Well, we're going to be streaming, so you can always come back and check it out at any time. Ramona's here. Let's see who else we got down there. Andrew, I got all your information. I haven't had a chance to read it because I was at work, so I apologize. But I'm going to be going over that. But Mark, do you understand what all this information is going on? Because I'm going to rely on you for all.
I'll be watching the chats for any episodes that are brought up, and I'll write them down. And at the end, hopefully, we'll have a nice tally of which one is the scariest from everybody. So that's my job.
Gotcha out there. So without further ado, hey, Grant G, we are going to go ahead and get started with just doing a randomizer. I will throw the switch. And the first person, hey, Catherine, thank you for joining us. Happy Halloween to you, too. And I'm going to throw the switch. Mackenzie, ladies first, you're going to go be up, and you're going to tell us what you picked as your number one scariest Doctor Who episode of all time.
Well, it was for me, whenever somebody asked me what episode do I go to when it comes to like something scary and introducing somebody brand new into Doctor Who, I've done this more than once. And I can say that these people that I've introduced by this episode continued on and became Whovians. And that was the Under the Lake Before the Flood episodes, which starred Peter Capaldi.
I hate it when my monsters we can't see the eyes of the monsters. That's what scares the heck out of me. I don't know why it is dark eyes, especially when you see kids with dark eyes. It's just like, oh my God. That's scary.
That's an old Haunter trick, is anytime you can change the eyes or the shape of the head, and and make it not human, that really is 90%. It just messes with people. It works so well.
Absolutely. And I'm not one of the people that I like the Japanese / Asian horror. I don't really like the guts blood horror. So like this fits right into why I love this episode so much. Plus, I mean, how can you forget at the end of the episode, the very first episode, that you get Peter Capaldi looking like this and you're like, oh no, what's happened to the Doctor? I mean, it leaves you on such a suspenseful notice. You're like, what the heck happened, and how do we fix this? How do we do this?
Gotcha. Who was the bad guy in this? Because wasn't he an actual metal singer?
Fisher King. Fisher King.
Yeah, but what was the actual person playing it? The vocals was done by a metal band artist.
I don't remember.
Yeah, if it was.
Oh, I don't recall. Sorry.
Yeah, it was like
somebody can try me be out. I'm doing tallying.
I'm going to see if I can Google it and find out who it was. And there's someone else in the chat to know who the metal artist did the screams for the Fisher King.
Hive Mind. Come on, you're letting us down here. You're all losing geek points by the moment.
Rude. For people who are in the chats and they're chatting and you're putting your entries in there, we're going to do that for later. I'm actually tagging your chats if you're putting your intro down or your episode down. So we'll be getting to yours, and what we're going to do is the great Mark Muncie over there on the other side. He's going to be compiling our list and then compiling a list of what you guys have mentioned, and we're going to try to see if we can come to a consensus on what was the scariest episode. Later, we might be talking about more episodes that might be coming out, but we're just focusing on our favorite ones thus far. So, guys, what would you... I'm just going to do this between 1 and 10, 1 being not scary at all, 10 being the scariest. We'll start going clockwise with Tom. Tom, how would you rate what was it? Under the Lake. And what was the other one?
It is Under the Lake and Before the Flood.
Before the Flood. What would you give that? Just a real quick number.
8.
Gotcha. 8. Mark? We're just going
to... Let's see.
You don't have to record these numbers. This is just...
It is a solid episode. I'd probably give it like a... Yeah, I'd probably give it like a 7. It was solid, but they weren't... no nightmare fuel. So
gotcha. Candyman, speaking of nightmare fuel and candy corn.
Yeah. I'll give it probably a 7. Solid 7.
And Mr. Smith?
I'd also give it a solid 7, because of the digitalness of it. Otherwise, I love it. It's scary.
Okay, so an average of 7, not bad.
Andy Morris has got the answer for who done the roar to the...
Oh, okay, there we go. Corey Taylor did his roar. Okay.
Yeah, Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. Thank you.
Yes. Oh my God.
And Andrew, I got all the information that you were sending me. I was at work. I apologize. I hadn't even read anything, but Mr. Robinson's going to be telling us more about that, and we take that into the after party about all these announcements that came out. I'm still trying to catch up, but they were all coming like Christian. Guess what? This one, and everybody's been sending me. So Andrew, I appreciate you sending me all that information. I just never got to it. I was like, damn it, I'll never get to it. So definitely we'll get it into a little bit more tonight out there. Speaking of which, before we go to commercial break, let's go ahead and go clockwise since we're going that direction with Tom. Tom, what was the episode that you picked? What do you think is the scariest episode?
What did I pick? Oh, yes. I chose Water on Mars.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
God, why did you pick that picture? God.
It was the biggest one that
Holy
came
cow.
out. For the scariest one, it's like, holy hell. But not, well, two things were scary about Water on Mars. The fact that the water turned them into these zombie-type creatures. But the fact which led the 10th Doctor to ultimately become Time Lord Victorious. Thinking that he can do anything he wants.
Wow.
He is in complete control. He let, okay, you're going to live, you can live. No one can stop me. That's scary. You have all this power and no one's going to stop you from doing anything. And I did like Time Lord Victorious, the audios and the books and such. So I did enjoy that.
And you know what's scary? It was like, it's not just, it was scary at that moment that you saw the Doctor just kind of like, I'm in control, but within a split second, completely lose it.
Yeah.
Completely lose it. And I wanted to hear 60 and Beyond. Hey, welcome. And yeah, we'll talk about the Who news that came out this week. Jeez. I was on vacation last week. I was trying to coop, and things were going on with the social media platform, and I couldn't even keep up. So that was kind of fun out there. So everybody going around in circles, starting with Mark Muncy, how would you rate Waters of Mars?
I honestly, I thought it had some good spooky spots, but again, I didn't think it held up. So I gave it a little too much, a little too much think happy thoughts, and you can win the day. So I give it a 6.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit lower.
Gotcha. Candyman, what would you rate Waters of Mars?
I was going to say 6, but I did like some of the Time Lord Victoria, so I'm going to give it 6.5, just to be different.
Mackenzie, how would you hit up the Waters of Mars?
Well, I don't like this episode at all, so I'm going to go with a 6 too.
Ouch. That's a famed number right there. Nick,
Six,
can you
six,
break
six.
can you break the 6 pattern, or are you just going to follow through?
Yes, I can. I'm going to give it an 8 because it's a really cool episode. My son's best friend, when it came out, had nightmares and couldn't sleep because of the show. Yay, plus points. And it just does something that Doctor Who does best, taking something like shadows or statues and making them scary. This time it's water. So the kids couldn't even drink water and not worry about these.
I don't know, Moffat would just go through your house.
Yeah, they couldn't take a shower.
Oh, you can't pee in this bathroom today. You have to do the dance. So and Andrew jumps in and says he would rate Waters of Mars an 8. I give it an 8 too, and I also give Under the Lake an 8 as well, because that just seeing Capaldi with those eyes gave me nightmare fuel for quite some time out there. And the dark ending, I can't put that. I don't know if I can say that word.
No, you can't.
Yeah, no, but when
not even gonna try.
When she goes away to do her thing and really just puts Time Lord Victorious into
change history
and made the Doctor feel like, oh no, can't play that. So without further ado, again, we're going to go to commercial break. While you're at it, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. We are closing into a lot of goals. 3,500 is the next goal that we're hitting up, and we are like 20 people away. And that's it. And for our Facebook page, I think we're at 72,000. We're closing in on that by 200 people. So, heck, I think we should be getting to our goals by the end of this year, and we're really excited because that means more people coming out, more people are supporting us, and we can do more things out there and see you guys. But in the meantime, we'll be right back. We're going to go ahead and commercial break. When we return, we're going to continue our discussions, rate the episodes of the scariest episodes. Tom, where the hell are you going? Never mind. Okay, we're going to commercial break. When we return, more our discussion. We'll be back.
We are a touring acoustic duo crashing kitchens around the country. We go from house to house every Friday night, and we create music, we create food, a good time, we stream it live, and we do it for free. So now we're just really kind of like trying to develop it and build a community group that people believe in, then they'll help us. So we played from our rehearsal room, we played from the bathroom, thankfully that didn't catch on.
I probably played guitar in my room, not for anyone, in front of anyone, nobody heard, for probably about 10 years.
And then one Friday night, we played from the kitchen. It's the main place people want to be. It's where the food is, it's where the drink is, it's where the best lighting is. You can go to any party and I guarantee you, the kitchen is going to be popping.
Our ultimate goal, I think, would be to crash kitchens every Friday all around the world.
Oh, brilliant! It's hard to believe that in the 56-year history of the greatest sci-fi television show in the English language, there has never been a fan guide to Doctor Who. The official books might give you what they think you need to know, but only a guide written by a true fan will give you what you really want to know. Join Whovian, the brilliant Mackenzie Flaw, as she takes you on an intensive journey inside the world of the first female Doctor. In the Binge Watcher's Guide to Doctor Who, Season 11. Right, let's get a shift on.
Give me the TARDIS. Now, give me the TARDIS. Now, give it here. Down it, demon. Power of Christ compels you to give me that damn TARDIS. All right.
That was the only disappointment, was a guy walking into the background like, I wanted to throw the TARDIS right at him. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil, and we're doing our special Halloween episode, the scariest episode of 2023, Doctor Who style wise, and we'll be going over everything. But I just want to let you know, tomorrow will be the last day that we're going to be doing the 31 Days of Halloween. It never ends because the pictures, the videos are always up all year round. But the new stuff comes every October. And just to let you know, after November, during November, we're going to be reviewing the 3 60th anniversary specials, which are the Star Beast, the Great Blue Yonder, the Wild Blue Yonder, and the Giggle. So we'll be reviewing that. And then as soon as December hits, we're going to be doing the 25 days of Christmas as we enter the holiday season again. And we're going to be doing special stuff around this holiday season as well. And I'll quickly go over this because this took all week to compile. And I'll tell you what, guys, just in the chats as well, tell me who you think the oldest person is in our birthday lineup. So we're going to start off from the 22nd. Christopher Lloyd, you know him as Brown. He had a birthday on October 22nd. You know this guy also well, John Cleese, who actually made an appearance in Doctor Who. He had a birthday on the 27th. Right beside him is Robert Picardo, who had a birthday on the 27th as well, from the Star Trek genre. Adding that, the 28th, we had Matt Smith. He had a birthday as well. And
Definitely the oldest.
What's that?
Definitely the oldest.
Definitely the oldest out there, yeah. I'm actually, after I did all this, I was actually surprised on how old he is. And we'll go over that in just a second there. For those of you who are fans of horror or Willy Wonka, Rusty Goff. And we're going to wrap it up with the man who invented Jump the Shark, Henry Winkler. Both of them have birthdays today, Rusty Goff and Henry Winkler. Now, out of the six gentlemen who had birthdays, who do you think was the oldest?
I think the Fonz.
You think the Fonz, Henry Winkler. What do you think, Mackenzie? Who's the oldest?
Ooh, I'm going to guess, because I'm not 100% sure on it. I'm going to say either Christopher Lloyd or the one that you listed second, which I don't remember who that was.
No, it's John Cleese. If you had to pick, which one do you think?
If I had to pick between the two, I would. I'm going to have to go with Christopher Lloyd there.
Okay. Nick, who is the oldest of the bunch?
John Cleese has been doing TV since the 60s, so let's go with him.
John Cleese. Tom?
Yep. That's who I choose as well, John Cleese.
And I think Candyman. Did you have an answer on this one?
I went Fonz because
Fonz.
of Happy Days.
Yep.
And Mark, who did you pick? You picked the Fonz.
No, I picked Matt Smith.
Oh, you well, you know what?
He's over 900 years.
Covering my bases there. I don't know.
That's true. If you want to go over that, he's 41 years old. I did not know that.
He's ancient.
Yep.
So
He's been an ancient.
And actually, Jodie Whittaker is also the same year too, as well. So Jodie Whittaker and Matt Smith are both the same age.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I did not know that.
it's scary to think that David Tennant's going to be the same age as William Hartnell this year.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, and he's the same age now as Peter Capaldi when he started being the Doctor. So that's kind of like I kind of giggle at that for all the fans who gave Peter Capaldi such a hard time because of his age. Hey guys, David Tennant's now the same age. Is he too old to be the Doctor now?
Yes. Because he's did it 3 times. Billy did it for a couple of years, for one run, and then now David's been on it 3 times out there. But Mackenzie, right, it is Christopher Lloyd by 1 year on top of John Cleese. John turned 84.
Wow.
Doc Brown, keep going, my
Reverend
friend.
Jim, baby.
Yes, absolutely.
Great Scott.
And he's a wonderful person to meet in person if you ever do get that opportunity.
He is
Klingon Krug and Uncle Fester appropriately for Halloween.
Yes.
Oh, look at you guys too. Matthew says, "Yep, Christopher Lloyd." Oh, Andrew, now tell me you didn't Google that. I'll be
He's Uncle Fester, and he was in Buckaroo Banzai.
If you want to see one of the
Big Boutte.
funniest moments on TV, just type in taxi. What does the yellow light mean? Yes, It is probably one of the most hysterical things I've ever seen, and it was done brilliantly by Christopher Lloyd. So happy 85 years to you, sir, and to many more. Welcome back to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. We are going to be discussing our favorite episodes. I think, I'm not mistaken, Mackenzie and Tom, I got you?
Yes. What?
So we're going to go a little more clockwise, and who better than the man who writes all the books about scary stuff? Here he travels, Mr. Mark Muncy himself. What did you pick?
Well, it was a close inter-fought conflict. I really love Talons of Wing Chiang, but one actually gave me nightmares, and that was Snake Dance.
Yep.
Yeah,
that picture gives me nightmares.
That was really in my nightmares. It didn't hurt that I had such a crush on Janet Fielding at the time, and then her turning evil like that. Oh my. And those eyes, I don't know how they did that effect on the budget that they had. It's amazing.
I swear they probably just shoved a flashlight in there.
I'm sure they shined a red laser light right in her eyes. Probably the worst thing you could possibly do. But, that's how you get those great effects. But, man, that episode gave me, the night terrors. And amongst that, it was so freaking. I think it was one of the first ones to really get. I mean, we had a little bit with State of Decay and a couple others where we had some like Hammer horror-esque elements. This is the first one that I think went full on horror, and man, did it hit me at the right time.
Do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that, and the devil that's shown subliminally in The Exorcist that pops up. Yeah. Well, what's the same effect? What's that devil head? No, I mean
the Pazuzu.
Pazuzu, yeah. We should have her head just pop up in random Doctor Who episodes. Just like that.
Man,
no, thank you.
I got to meet the dancer who played Pazuzu many years ago, and she's a lovely lady. It was just, and it was funny. She did the face and everything, and it was like, wow, what a crazy part to have on your resume. She was a ballet dancer and for the New York Met.
That scene of all the things in that movie, that was the scene that got me.
And that scene
is just a blip. That's all it is. It's a blip.
The rest of the show is a little, early 80s cheese, but that bit, holy cow. Come on. That's off the chart. So
Now, just letting you know, guys,
11-year-old me.
if you're putting your answers into the chats, I'm not showing them until a little bit closer to the end. So go ahead and drop them because Mark is doing a tally for us. And just a reminder from our friends Kevo and Extra Show, Nico and Kevo, the Star Beast is November 25th. Wild Blue Yonder is December 2nd. You know what? Let's do this. Because I didn't get rid of it, Kevo. I enjoy looking at this. There we go. Let me go ahead and take your let me take your chat down. So just to remind everybody, coming up, your chat's not going down. Oh, there we go. Oh, now I got to take my banner. Okay, fine, whatever. The Star Beats will be premiering the 25th of November. That is nice because that's past Thanksgiving, right? That was my biggest concern that they were going to do it on Thanksgiving. So it's the Saturday after. And thank you, Russell T. Davies, for putting it on Saturday. I like that better. I like that better than much. Wild Blue Yonder will be taking place the following Saturday, December 2nd. The Giggle will take place December 9th. And then we're going to have the Christmas episode starting Ncuti Gatwa, the 15th Doctor, premiering in this series, I should say, out there. So.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kevo, for making this banner. It's awesome.
That was absolutely awesome there. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, don't you think this might be a good segment for where we can talk about all the Who Knew news that came out the past 2 days?
Well, I was gonna say that because I'm still compiling it. Is it okay we do this and then in the after party we'll talk about the news. We'll definitely get into the news.
There's so much to get through.
Oh yeah, and I'm still getting it. So we'll save. Please stick around because we will be talking about all the news that came out just recently.
There's quite a bit, yeah.
There's quite a bit, and we got to deconstruct it, and we'll do that, I swear to you, in the after party. What are you doing, Tom? No, keep it up. I'm ready. If you're going to do it, do it. Just do it.
Vince to the left, Vince to the right, and Mackenzie's the only girl in town. You know?
Well, see, he's trying to cast a spell on me, so I'm going to swish and flick.
Swish and flick.
No, Mackenzie, I finally got a Harry Potter one that works. That means it works inside the Universal Studios. It actually triggers those things.
Yeah, it's actually made by the people that were on the set, so it's as legit as it could possibly be.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm going to have somebody. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I want to show him. I'm actually, what I want to do is either take the 11th Doctor or the 12th Doctor Sonic, remove the top, and put the tip of the wand into the Sonic so that it actually triggers the thing. Stuff over. Yeah,
that would be awesome. That would be very
somebody
awesome.
did that with one of the lightsabers from Star Wars, from the Star Wars park, and was doing that. And I thought that was pretty smart.
That would be awesome if we could cross it. Speaking of awesome, Nick. Your turn.
I heard my name, and
you did.
My name is not awesome, but I'll take it. So we cannot underestimate the power of scariness in Doctor Who. You know, when I was a kid, the things that I really remember are the monsters, things like the first appearance of the Zygons or the Wirren falling from a cupboard, just those almost subliminal things like your Flash from The Exorcist. So my favorite, looking back, is the Keeper of Traken, because not only do you have the Melker who just sits there and corrupts innocent people, but also you have this guy, the Master, who is also corrupted, and he paralyzes the Doctor. So you have real sleep paralysis, fear here, and he has complete control over him, and the Doctor is not allowed or able to move a muscle. That whole idea really scared me when I was younger. And it kind of resonates today because losing control or having someone like that control you is just a fearful idea. And then the end with that sweet, sweet dad played by Anthony Ainley, what happens to him? That's pretty dark too. So all around, this is a keeper.
Pun intended. But
that was good.
Also, when it comes to it, adds to the storyline because now Nyssa has a stake in it because the Master's now her father. What do you do here? And from the look of this picture, it looks like the Master sees a bug on his neck. So I'm just like, that's what it looks like.
I'm just going to tuck the label in behind your coat here.
Gotcha. I'm just going to get you and strangle you, Doctor. Watch you return right out there. So. without further ado, we got the keeper track. And Tom, what would you rate?
Yeah, I agree because I had one a night terror before. If it wasn't for a metal hand, it would have been the master. So I would give it to 9.5.
Ooh. Mark Muncie, Keeper Track.
Oh, I love Keeper Tracking, and it is definitely spooky minutes, and and has some. And again, we get Anthony Ainsley introduced, so that I have a particular love for that. So I give it a solid 8. That's like a high 8.
Gotcha. Candyman, what do you think?
I'm gonna go probably 7.5.
7.5. And Mackenzie, round it up. What would you think about this episode? Keep it tracking.
Oh, this is a tough one because I don't recall this episode, so I don't even know if I could rate it because of the fact that I don't. I'm like Tom Baker years are where I'm just like really fuzzy, really
there's
fuzzy.
this great book. There's this great book called The Binge Watcher's Guide to Doctor Who, and it has a great write-up on that episode.
There you go.
Yeah.
Andrew says it's a 9 out of 10. Give Keeper a 9 out of 10 out there. Did I just bypass Snake Dance? Did we do a rating on Snake Dance?
Yeah.
Or did I just
we did it.
Yeah, you did. You just went over it. Yeah.
I was hurt.
Oh,
I figured it wasn't worth it, so it's fine.
It's worth it. Tom, Snake Dance.
I would have chosen it before, but do something else. I'll give it 8.
Give it an 8. Candyman.
Better eyes.
Give it a 5.
Wow.
I'm not a big fan of Snake Dance, maybe because of Martin Clunes. Because I've watched him.
Maybe she'll come after you. Mackenzie, Snake Dance.
I'll give that one a 7. I like the Zygons. I mean, I do.
Snake Dance?
Yeah, the Zygons.
Oh, okay. I think you're mistaken on one.
No, that was the Mara.
The Mara was a snake.
The Mara was that one.
Is a snake. And
I
gotta agree with Mark. It's like, it's an over the top Martin Clunes, not the one from Doc Martin. He was a little over the top even for being out there. And Nick, what would you rate Snake Dance?
I'd give it a 7. Kinda is scarier for me.
Kinda is scary. I almost leaned Kinda. I did lean Kinda, but I
you know what? To tell you the truth, I think Kinda does kind of because the Mara comes back.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny because just to turn Tegan into the Mara, we just put red. No, it's the lipstick that she wears because she puts on lipstick back in the trailer for that season. So I'm just like, oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, we got that. I think who am I missing here? So we got Tom, Mark, Mackenzie, Nick. We did yours, right?
Correct.
And okay, so we're going to the Candyman before we go to our commercial break. Mark, what did you pick?
I had a really tough one on this one. I've got 3, and all of them are slightly different horror genres. Like one of them was jump scare, one of them was psychological horror. But I think my top one's got to be Damon's. John Pertwee, Doctor.
No, I don't have that one.
That was Blink. That was one of the other ones. That was more of a jump scare.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I did get it. Just for whatever reason, it didn't come. There we go. It didn't pop. It didn't come through because that tongue that knocks off a point. I don't know why, but that tongue knocks off.
But
But what's even worse is when I've gone to actual Rebbe film Damon's, which is a place called Holborn.
Yeah. Oh, I think we lost our Candyman.
Look at the hands. Oh my god.
Yeah, but that does give us the best line ever from the Brigadier. Chap with wings, 5 rounds rapid.
Yeah, rapid. Yeah, best line ever. And also there was a controversy about this as well, because at the end, spoiler alerts, because you got the master as a reverend who tries to convince that everyone in the village is for the greater good, and he basically beats him. Then you've got a witch in it. Then you've got Bok, as you see on your screen. And then you also got the actual daemon. And so you've got all those elements of all that stuff going on. You got the Viking burial sites as well, which you can actually visit and go see. And what is even worse as well, when I went to the church, and there's got a little primary school, like preschool in there, and outside that preschool, it's got a weeping angel.
Oh,
and that's just freaked me out when I was in the graveyard. We go to the center of the monument. Has got a little monument with a cross, and the cross has been tipped over, which is really weird as well. And at the end of that thing, they actually, in Doctor Who, they actually blow up the church, and it caused such an outrage that they got blow up the church. That the BBC got complaints about it, even though it was all fake and it was never blown up, but because there's all that. And there's another little interesting fact. There's a pub in that place called the Crown, not where the Clove Hoop is. There's another pub in it, and they actually found the crown in the walls, dated back to Anglo-Saxons. So if you ever go to that place, it is well worth going to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Andy Morris said, they blew up the church, model of the church, but everyone thought it was a real church.
Oh, okay.
Little War of the Worlds, a little Ghost Watch there.
Yeah. So I think this has got every element all into one. You've got the master, you got the witch, you got the demon. So that's why I'm putting that as my number one horror.
To blew up a model of the church.
Yeah, but everyone thought it was a real church.
Yeah, no, it was real, and it was actually a very well done miniature effect.
I just remember, and this is where I don't know why I'm bringing this up over here. I just remember that 13 had an issue because she was brought up as a witch and nobody would listen to her. And I just remember, wait a minute, you were a witch in the Demons and you almost got killed by it. And that was when your third life.
And one more scary thing, one more scary thing in that Morris dancers. Yeah. No offense to anyone who does Morris dancing, but Morris dancing with guns. Oh. Yeah, it's so put me on things. So every time I hear bells and I see people Morris dancing, yeah, that sort of like scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You're allowed to be scared.
So real quick, because we're going to go commercial break and then we're going to go through the chats and we're going to start tallying up to see what episode became the scariest Doctor Who episode. Tom, what would you rate? What would you rate the Demons?
Well, with all that information, I'll give that a 10, just because of all the information. I got to watch it again because I don't remember anything about it. But it's only a model.
Only watch it, can't even. Mark, what would you say? Other Mark.
Oh, Mark solid 9. Give me Brigadier unit fighting monsters any day. So I'm in.
Nick, what would you think of the? What did you think of?
I'd give it a 9 for the opening and the setup. The wind whips up its very Quatermass at the beginning, and they make it extra spooky. Just that first episode, especially, gets it a 9.
Mackenzie, you got a rating for it?
I'm going to give it an 8 because I love the Brigadier. You can't go wrong with the Brigadier.
Exactly. Yeah. Folks, we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to go into your chats. You can tell us about what you think about our scariest episodes. You can tell us what you think. What we got there? Knights, Camelot, Patsy. It's only a model. Arthur, shush.
Kevo heard me.
That'll be awesome if it were actually in it. When we return, we're going to bring into the chats, and we're going to be talking about some runners up, and then as soon as we get to the after party, we're going to talk about the Who Knew News and all the information that's in there. When we return, Demons wins for Mars. Oh, okay. Please continue to stay logged on. Tune in. We'll be right back. Stand by.
You have more options than ever before when choosing a film, a television or internet series, a book to curl up with, or even a radio show or podcast. Get to know the people who are creating for you. The Hangin' With Web Show, hosted by award-winning author and journalist G.W. Pomacher, is the internet's fastest-growing web talk show series. The Hangin' With Web Show features professional, yet casual, in-depth interviews with creative arts and entertainment pros. Meet the people behind a digital revolution in creating more quality content than ever before in the history of media. Find the Hangin' With Web Show on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, or simply go to www.hanginwithshow.com. That's www.hanginwithshow.com.
Meet the Doctor.
I'm the Doctor.
But not the one you were expecting.
All right, sexy. It's time to go home.
Doctor Who Velocity. Streaming now.
Calendars for November the 14th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will see the return of Phantasmagoria, and they're having a special, from what I'm hearing, I don't know more of the logistics, the holiday special. The last thing I heard, they were going to combine the holidays, Christmas and Halloween were going to take place for a little scarier, with a mixed in with Doctor Who. And if you haven't checked out our other stuff, we have, before the holiday, for Halloween ends, you can go into the scariest monsters and villains that we've done in the past. And also there's an episode of the Scariest Doctor. I mean, this was a little different take. Which doctor scares you? This was a little bit of a different take altogether out there. And there's a lot of holiday goodness, including Halloween, Christmas, lot of shorts that you can check out there. And welcome back to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Yes, Phantasmagoria will be coming back again. Mark your calendars for November 14th. And I'm sorry, I don't have the information tagged on here, but if you go to our Facebook page, and I will have the information on our YouTube channel, the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS will be making an appearance with the Daleks of Florida, the Central Florida Fairgrounds, this weekend at Maker Faire. And that will be taking place this Saturday and Sunday. And we will be at Villa at another convention. And I'll be putting out the event information. I'm just waiting for the final wrap up. We will be at another convention Saturday only. It will be us and Dalek Hal. It will, and I'll be giving that information out on the Facebook page and the YouTube channel. But right now, what do you got there? Mark, what is that?
Oh, that's the monster
the Vervoid.
Braxton County. Yeah. So, but it looks like a Vervoid, yeah.
Ooh, that's so cool. At first, I thought it was like a Zelda reference because there is a creature that's a little bit like that.
They love the Flatwoods monster in Japan, and he gets or she, whatever. The cool thing about her is I think she's very much like a Dalek, where it was something in a suit and it had like a metal skirt down below it, and that's what every witness described. So if you think about it, it looks like a Dalek tank.
Yeah.
No, that's a Vervoid. That is a Vervoid. One thing I want to thank everybody for who's been joining us on our YouTube channel and helping and supporting us and telling friends to subscribe. We did hit a big milestone just recently, 600,000 views. My God, I love you people. That took place about a week ago while I was out. Yeah, exactly. Like, damn. And those numbers continue to go up. You guys we love that you love the entertainment that we're putting out there, and check it out. It's for free. You go over to YouTube, you watch it, and have a great time. Tell your friends about us and subscribe. As you can see on the bottom, scrolling down, youtube.com/The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. I'm just going to shout out my favorite. It's actually, Mike and I had kind of had a little tussle because it's my favorite. It's also Mark Muncie's favorite as well. And I grew up, but my God, it's also one of the more controversial Doctor Who episodes, which I kind of like on top.
Has not aged well. Has not aged well.
You know what? I don't care. The talons of Wang Chiang. Mr. Sin, isn't that enough to give you nightmares? That little guy running around, chasing around?
Yeah, Deep Roy is Mr. Sin, let alone the giant rat and and all the other craziness going on in that episode.
I know. I do love the Eliza Doolittle thing that was going on between. We've got Jago and Lightfoot. Leela was and what was it, Magnus Greel? I wish he would make a comeback a little bit.
Magnus Greel, great villain. Yep.
Yes, but I just love the.
It has one of my favorite bits with the when their house is about to be attacked. Lightfoot's house is about to be attacked. Leela, it's her first time off planet of her home planet, and she's like, Professor Lightfoot will have had weapons stored in convenient locations, and and they're all like, I brought you a few hundred years too late. You'd have been great in Agincourt. So
Andrew says 8.5 for
that. I love that line.
And since it, and I just like, and there's a very, very racial line about. I'm just going to say the word yellow, and you could fill in the blank. And I think one of my funniest moments is the moment that the Doctor is going into the knife box. When he's going to the knife box, and then the guy turns around and he walks right out the other side. I'm like, no, forget this. So that's what I picked for Talents of Wang Chiang. So real quickly, team, I'll just go ahead and round it, and then we'll get to everybody else's picks. Tom, what would you give the Talons?
Well, I like the story as well. It doesn't give me nightmares to it, but I still like the story a lot. Mm-hmm. I'll give it an 8.
Got it. Muncie, I think you said 10, right? I think you're giving.
I'd say a 9.5 just because of some things haven't aged well, and they made Leela put on regular clothes for at least 20 minutes of the episode, but then she does get wet later, so that goes 10. Okay, 10.
10.
We are pigs. It's okay.
I was 13.
1970s and nobody. And all right. She was a savage, and apparently they didn't have undergarments for her. So I grew up really fast with Louise Jameson. If you liked it,
oh yeah.
So without further ado, Nick, what would you rate?
So it's a product of its time. The Phantom of the Theater parts aren't really scary, but it's so beautifully written. The language is wonderful. The comebacks and everything. I love that so much. So I'll give it a 9.
Got it. Mackenzie.
I'm going to keep with an 8 just because of the fact that it has not aged well. I have to agree 100% with Mark Muncie there.
And Candyman.
I'll give it a solid 8. It's a bit shame that where they filmed the stage has been knocked down in Northampton.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been knocked down. So but you can always go to see Clink Street, where I've sent you pictures of it, where they've got the Clink. London Clink is literally on that corner where they're running through the alleyway. So that's quite cool. So I'll give it, actually, I'm going to give it 8.5.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha about there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and run into the chats. So if I miss it, please just go ahead and write it again in the chats out there. I was trying to catch up with things. Unfortunately, I don't have my team. I'm giving them the night off. But Matthew, welcome to the show out there. Robots of Death was scary as a kid. Mm-hmm. So Matthew says Robots of Death.
That one was pretty wicked.
I thought about it.
Yep. Grant G, Spearhead from Space.
Yeah.
I think those shop window dummies. Those shop window dummies were much more scary than Rose's shop window dummies. Those things really scared me out.
You say Mickey the Auton isn't scary?
What's that?
You're saying Mickey the Auton isn't scary?
Pizza. Pizza. Ramona. says the Green Death or the Seeds of Doom.
Those were both backups for me.
Yeah, especially Green Death.
man.
Green Death is definitely would be on top.
Green Death
Would definitely
was
be in my.
nightmare-inducing
I would
as a
say probably
child.
my top
Yeah.
5.
Really? I actually slide in the Seeds of Doom. Just a little. Because it was a little like gooey. But that's just me. Now, Ramona, this is where we're probably not going to be friends. Sleep No More, which I thought really had the potential. It really had the potential, and it just kind of went off. But that moment at the end of the episode, that really got me. That really got me.
Yep.
Where he just
The ending is the only thing that saves that episode, but that for me is in my bottom for worst episodes. It's like I loathe that episode.
I can't remember
It was I want to be blank so bad, but I don't know how to write. That was my problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, that one fell into me as bad as the one that we shall not name from Whitaker's era. It's down there with that episode. Yeah,
shall not be named.
I think it just had
Betty. Oh god!
I really think they should have stuck with the Blair Witch 1 camera. I thought that would have been the most thing to just see the
really
perspective
good
from a
idea.
camera and not knowing what was on the outside. Then all of a sudden, every stand was a camera. Like blah 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 blah. blah. What? And I thought it was really cool. And instead of having that thing at the end, the guy, the doctor could have, not the doctor, but I forgot what his name is. The one.
Some bloke.
The professor at the end picked up the camera and then he did all that in front of you. Just like it, there was so much. I like the potential, and I wish they could do it again. It just kind of just fell off. That was just from me out there. Catherine, of course, you can say the faceless ones, of course. And Catherine actually throws up another one. The Dalek Master Plan is scary as well. Yeah,
it holds up. Holds up.
And Kevo was just adding also the rock guitar cover of the theme part for part 2 of the Flood episode rules. Yep.
Yeah.
That was Slipknot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody told me that was Capaldi playing the guitar.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh. Andrew added to the Waters of Mars was awesome. I thought that Time Lord Victorious was going to lead to the Valyard.
Oh yeah.
He's always wandering around.
It can still do. Who knows?
It very well, based on some rumors I'm hearing, we very well could be seeing the Valyard. Very well.
Oh, gotcha. And let's see here, Roger. Mine would be Fear and Night Terrors for New Who. I have yet to watch Planet of the Spiders for the classic Who era. I'm surprised. I know one of us had it as a backup.
I think if you've got arachnophobia, then Planet of the Spiders probably.
I know this. Well, I mean, it was one where the doctor got really challenged because for once he was afraid. He admitted he was
exactly. Yeah, Night Terrors was on my list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger, I don't know about Fear Her though.
No.
I want to.
It could have been really good, but it's one of these things. It just didn't go that well. I think the concept of a image coming to life is good, but how they portray it wasn't that scary.
Yeah. Agreed.
I think if they I don't know what to do, put more money into it, but it was just like they kind of just let it slide over there. There was potential for Fear Her, and it would have worked. It just didn't. But Night Terrors, Night Terrors definitely out there. And Planet of the Spiders, I agree with you, Roger.
And also, I think it was like the Olympics as well. We were trying to do the Olympics, and it's just like, no.
Far better than the Arachnids in the UK, which I actually thought was going to bring back Metabelius 3. But shame on me for thinking that. Andrew Morris says, Midnight is the scariest of the new series, followed by Blink for me.
That would be my. I would pick for new. Those would be my two. Yeah.
You're very scary.
I would probably say Blink's more scary out of Midnight because of a jump scare. Out of all New Who, when I first watched Blink, that jump scare actually
Midnight
got me.
definitely had that, tension.
Oh yeah, that definitely. I think it got me the very first time I saw it too, and I was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
The only criticism I have for Blink is the only criticism I have for Blink is that people constantly tell me this is a gateway drug for Doctor Who, and I was like, no, it's Dr. Light, because the Doctor's barely in it. It's all Sally Sparrow's story. I would actually use Midnight to introduce people.
That's why I actually like that one. I actually like it that it's Dr. Light, because then it's the audience perspective. It's nice.
Yeah.
Right, but being the gateway drug in... Stop it. But being the gateway drug into show Doctor Who, my friend Patty Hawkins puts it best. He goes, like, somebody handed you a birthday cake and then they pulled out one of the candles and handed it to you and said, happy birthday. It's like, you don't get all the... You see what potentially could be, but then you end up getting not too much. No, it is one of the best storylines in an episode, but I've never thought of it as a gateway drug. It's a fun episode, though. It's really a cool episode.
Yeah.
If you got into Doctor Who, that's fine by me. Yeah. If you got into Doctor Who by Blink, by all means, go for it. I just never thought of it as something to introduce people because it just didn't have it. And Ramona says...
Yeah, Christian, maybe that's a good thing because it's not Doctor Who eccentric, so people can relate to Sparrow as in being the audience.
It's a possibility, yeah. Ramona says Death to the Daleks is another great scary story.
Death of the Daleks, man.
Yeah. So there we go. Hold on.
All right.
Christian,
I did my tally on the back computer.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mark.
And
you're both Marks. God,
go ahead, Mark. The tallying on the
Mark
back
Robbins.
Computer. All right.
No,
go for it. Go for it.
While I'm pulling this up from Mark's chat,
mute someone.
Go ahead and give us a tally so far. What we got.
All right.
Go ahead, Mark.
Tally so far
for
the fans out there, Night Terrors wins by 1 vote over Blink.
Wow.
And then for us, as we did all of our ratings, when we were rating everything, the highest score was Damon's. So by a hair over Talon's Wing Chiang. So
wow. And the Demons beats everything across the board, or is that?
That's Demons would. Well, that's for us. It was literally a tie. Night Terrors is 3 votes, and Demons. Well, technically we only had one person say it, but then when we all voted, it became our pick. So you tell us the weight there. The fans said Night Terrors. So
you know what? We're gonna let the chats decide. So Night Terrors and Demons are our 2 top guys. Break it up. So everybody in the chats right now, Demons or Night Terrors. We're gonna narrow it down to those 2.
Just before you do that, I've sent you a message, Christian, for second picture.
Yeah, it's coming. Sorry,
the Twilight version.
Okay,
Twilight version.
Let me go ahead.
That's terror right there.
Oh my goodness, this is scary.
It's a coming. So that.
Very nice. There's that big cross.
Cool.
That is the church in Damon's. I took it. And just with that cross being bent, it's just freaky.
That is weird. It kind you know what? It kind of reminds me, I don't know why, it kind of reminds me of the Omen vibes with Patrick Troughton.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but here's a picture of that bent.
In daylight, but it's just so freaky.
Isn't that where Patrick Troughton dies in the Omen?
Yeah. Well, this screen here is where the helicopter lands in Damon's and where they do the Morris dancing.
Yep.
And
which I agree, that puts it over the top for terror.
Yeah.
Is that cross meant to be bent, or is it was meant?
I think it was meant to be straight, but over the years it's been bent over. And I'm not sure if you can see that. I was watching because this is where the Band of Brothers also were based in Auburn.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you can see that weathercock at the top of the church. That's their replacement. And the first one was actually used as shooting practice.
Okay.
For the US soldiers.
Oh, okay.
What? We never do anything like that. Oh, yeah, we did that a lot. Yeah, that was before the monuments men came in and started helping. When we started realizing, oh, wait, we should save the art and we should save the important buildings. So, yeah.
Okay.
Watch Monuments Men or read the book, and you'll find we got better.
Right now in the chats before we go over
looking
to
like
the
the
after
tide
party.
turned to Demons in the chat.
I think Demons
Tide turned to Demons in the chat.
Yeah, people like them Damon.
That's based on the Blink episode, most Maze Theory Doctor Who games are rated everyone 13+. Fear Her is most likely Inkheart. Yes, the Maze Theory mobile game, The Lonely Assassins, which I have yet to play in its entirety. I tried to, and I failed out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us go ahead and post the winner of 2023's spookiest Doctor Who episode for this year. And we're gonna give it to Tonguey. Is the spookiest episode of 2023. So thank you all for voting in on that. That is awesome out there. So the demons win. I still have feelings for Mr. Sin, but that's okay out there. Now we're gonna go ahead into the after party and talk about all the Who Knew news that went out there. But real fast, let me go ahead and go through the honorable mentions that came through. Of course, Blink was one of them. Who else was there? Hey, what a real vampire!
Hammer was literally their Hammer horror episode.
And we have
Curse of Fenric.
Which episode? Come on,
Fenric.
why am I Curse of Fenric? Yes, his eyes really screwed with me. And when
changing the eyes, it makes all the difference.
They're just blinding actors as they're doing this.
I think even though it's got horror elements in it, it was more psychological.
Yeah,
where the Doctor had to get Ace to stop to believe him, and it was just such a more psychological. It must have hurt Ace so much to stop believing with him, and how the Doctor belittled Ace.
But you see, also I kind of put that moment as the beginning when you see them in Power of the Daleks. I'm sorry, Power of the Doctor, where you see the downfall of their relationship. Because he's becoming more conniving, and this Doctor is very different. He went from the funny clown in his first season to this mysterious and dark Doctor out there. Speaking of Dark Knight Terrors, we're just going to throw that in there. The Impossible Planet and Satan's Pit got some honorable mentions out there. And you guys weren't here earlier, but if you heard Mark Robinson's audio earlier, we actually thought he had a synthesizer or something. And of course, we were talking about Megaphilius 3. There it is. So congratulations to the demons for winning. And we will love to do this again there.
I guess I'll win a free Morris dance by Andy Morris. Thank you.
Candyman Wednesday free Andy Morris.
Marvelous night for Moonbands.
That is true.
Okay, so folks, just in case if you're listening to us, this might be late in the game, but for those of you who are celebrating, happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. If I mispronounce, I apologize, but blessed Samhain. I thought you might know that better than I do. What? Do you know it?
Don't say Samhain. It's not.
I know it's not Samhain. It's Samhain.
Well, there's 3 pronunciations based on Irish, Scottish, and Welsh.
Amazing. So I got neither right.
I got to bring up my Facebook page.
Scotland is the common. That seems to be the one that the U.S. has adopted anyway.
What's the Day de Mortos? Is that 1st of November?
1st of November.
Day of the Dead.
It's
after Halloween.
Yeah, All Souls Day, but it's also because the Celtic calendar starts at sundown instead of sunrise. That's why it's Halloween night.
Mm-hmm.
So I got it. Samhain. I know that because I just remember there's one that it's Halloween. It rhymes with Halloween. It's So-ween or something like that. That's why I picked it up that way. Mm-hmm. So wherever you're celebrating, I'm hoping and happy holidays. This All Saints Day is also onto this one.
Yeah, All Saints Day, Feliz Dia de Muertos for our Spanish viewers, our Latinos.
Okay. For those of you listening to audio, thank you for listening with us. Don't forget to check us out on our Facebook page. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out there. If you're listening to us, you can listen to other features. If you enjoy listening to your car, iHeartRadio, Sci-Fi.radio, you can download the app for free. Odyssey, Spotify, Spreaker, Podbean, wherever you listen to your favorite show. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, youtube.com/The Traveling TARDIS. Help with the algorithm, like, share, comment, and subscribe definitely out there. Also, we're on TikTok. Believe it or not, we're up to almost 2,000 subscribers there. I don't know how. I don't know why. But okay. Hi there, gang. Thank you for subscribing with us out there. And don't forget, you can sign up, and I'll put this in the chat too, if you want to play Doctor Who Worlds Apart. A lot of things are going to be happening, and we are in contact with Morton, the team out there. A lot of changes are going to be happening either throughout the holidays, or they're going to be definitely joining up into the new year. And speaking of which, please stay safe out there, folks. For those of you watching on the YouTube channel, on the Facebook page, or on Twitch or Twitter, please continue. We're going to be right back in just a second, and we're going to talk about all the news that broke out this week. We'll be right back after this little glitch.
Glitch? You said glitch?
I said glitch.
It was more like a zzz.
Yeah.
Did I zook?
Zook.
Let's finish this though. The Day of the Dead, El Dia de los Muertos, is the holiday is celebrated each year from October 31st to November 2nd. Halloween, November 1st and 2nd is All Souls Day, or the Day of the Dead. All Saints Day is always
November 1st.
Yes, All Souls Day is Thursday, November 2nd, because that's when you pray to the people you lost. So there's the holidays. It's not just Halloween, All Saints Day, All Souls Day. Then we can jump into Tricky Day in America.
And then in the UK, 5th of November. 5th of November. Yep. Remember.
Yeah, remember.
Thank you.
Yes.
Day.
Where's my map? It's gone.
Cool beans. So let's go ahead and story. Mark Robinson, Mark Candyman, if you can go ahead and start off what is all the news that's been breaking out on here, because I haven't been able to catch up on it. But tell us about what you know, and if anybody wants to jump in, by all means. But go ahead, Mark.
Okay.
Start it off.
So, 1st of November, everything's going to change in the universe. BBC in the UK, BBC iPlayer's getting a new spin-off series called Tales of the TARDIS. It's only going to be on BBC iPlayer, so the guys in the US might not get it unless you got a VPN or you got somehow of getting BBC iPlayer.
I have one
by whatever means you can. I'm not saying
we'll find a way.
You can do to that. Find a way. And you got Tales, and the Tales of the TARDIS is basically pretty much all the old Doctors and Companions meeting up and basically going through stories. Don't know. All I know is a 6-part episode, and there's been a lot of photographs on Facebook of like Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred, Peter Davison Tegan, all basically showing little clips from them. The other news as well, on the 1st of November on BBC 4. So yeah, BBC 4, there will be the concept which was aired on radio. There'll be a video version of it. And also just before that, there'll be, I think it's David Tennant doing a talk about Doctor Who. That's on about probably 6:30 in the evening, UK time. And it will be repeated later nights if you get hold of BBC4. That's going on. Other news is that the Daleks have made their way to British Airways. And in flight, if you fly with British Airways, you may be able to watch Doctor Who while flying on British Airways.
Okay.
Because they've just had Daleks landing on Skaro. What else is now? They're now filming also Christmas special for 2024. That started filming today. That is what I've seen of it. It's basically set in possibly in New York due to a hot dog fan on one of the pictures, and World War II costumes. Maybe World War One, not 100% sure, but that's just going through what's going on. What else is there? The other news as well that Disney Plus is only getting Doctor Who from 2023. It's not doing the revival or the classics.
Boo.
For the US. UK, everything's going to be on BBC iPlayer as part of the universe. However, if you are in America, you'll be able to watch the revival on one streaming platform. I think that might be HBO Max. And Classic Who on BritBox.
Yep.
And anything going forward from the specials will be on Disney. The only thing we haven't got is the Wilderness Years, and that you can pick up on other sources.
And the sucky part to add on to Disney Plus, if you are like in Ireland or Australia, Disney Plus is not going to have those episodes. So for our friends over in Ireland and Australia, unfortunately, they are not going to be able to see any Doctor Who going forward until that's fixed.
I'm not sure about Ireland, because I think Ireland might be getting BBC iPlayer.
Yeah, I think they're getting the iPlayer one. It's Australia is the one that Australia and New Zealand are the two that are fighting.
Because I've had some Ireland friends who've told me the same thing for them.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe it's certain
I heard
areas
the
of
other way
Ireland.
around.
Yeah.
I'll double check this for you. See what I find out.
But I think as long as Ireland gets access to
I also got some
iPlayer, they should be able to
chats
see
that are
it.
coming in here. Just to wrap up on this, that's how I've been pronouncing it, Soween in Wales.
Yeah.
So I've been saying the Wales version, Soween, and that's why it says Halloween, Soween, so they'll make it easier for that, because Sowin is in Ireland and Savine is Scotland. So happy Soween for our friends who are celebrating. Happy Halloween for those folks. There you go.
Mackenzie is right. Republic of Ireland, so Air, it doesn't have BBC iPlayer.
Oh wow!
It's only Northern Ireland.
What I heard is that everybody, if it's not on BBC iPlayer, it's going to be on Disney Plus. But there seems to be outliers now. Is that correct? Am I getting that?
Yeah, it's only America
Disney
that's
Plus
getting it, as far as I know.
Yeah.
But the way they announced it, and
weird, things in different countries too. So,
but what I was hearing from when Ncuti Gatwa made the announcement that it was coming on Disney Plus, he said, "And the rest of the world." So,
yeah, it's similar to what the backtracking that's going on with Disney Dreamlight Valley. A similar situation that when things announced is one way, and then it turns out when the actual episode is going to air, it's something else. So it's I know for America anyway that HBO was supposed to have Doctor Who up to series 15, so that makes sense. I believe that once that license expires, then we'll get it over on Disney Plus. But as for now, it's what it is right now.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be through 2025. So
okay. No, Andrew Moore says Tales of the TARDIS with episodes of the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th. What do we know about Tales of the TARDIS?
That was the one where it's the
spin-off.
Companions talking about their adventures. I remember Katie Manning, our friend Katie Manning, posted, and it was a selfie of her with Clyde from Sarah Jane Adventures, whose name escapes me.
Yeah.
Daniel Anthony. Thank you. That got a couple geek points back. But yeah, they did a selfie with them. Yeah.
So Kevo brought up and said, love seeing Daniel Anthony, Clyde, SDA, and Katie Manning in an image from the Tales of the TARDIS together. I always love seeing Sarah Jane represented. Not only that, if I'm not mistaken, I saw somewhere on Facebook that K9 and Company is now going to join all in the sequel, in the spin-offs.
Yeah.
So K9 Company is coming
it's
in.
Gonna be
and I actually thought they were going to let it go. And I was just like, nope, it's going in there. So I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
David Tennant does ignore his love for Classic Who. Andrew continues, there is also a documentary on RTD on BBC One coming. Andrew says Tales of the TARDIS was shot over 6 days in September as a last minute thing. It's always a last minute thing. Okay. And Tales of the TARDIS will be
6 episodes.
Roger says the 2024 Xmas special filming this week is set in New York.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They've got some photographs on the set, and one of them is showing a New York style hot dog stand.
Okay. Like I said, I'm coming into the news blindly here, so I'm just like, I've been seeing everybody, and I was at work and was like, dang, my God. I was just like, oh, why can't we did this a couple of weeks ago until the border of November is here? But I think they just waited for that. Andrew continues and says, I know Brazil and other countries in Europe will get it on Disney Plus. See, that's where I got that idea from, was that Disney Plus was going to cover the rest of the world, but I'm hearing that may not be completely
it's not true. It was confirmed that only America at this time, I don't know, Canada might be in that, will be getting it on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, you're not in America, it's going to be BBC iPlayer, and that's where the issue is that's why Republic of Ireland and Australia are being left out. So that really sucks for our friends that are overseas that can't see. There is, I don't know if it's Australia that also never got Series 13, never got anything past, I believe it was Series 11, if I'm correct, if I understand correctly. So it's.
But they're still showing it on BBC One, right?
Yeah. But, BBC One, what doesn't go to Ireland, I don't think.
Yeah. That's where the issue is. That's why the iPlayer is an issue. So a lot of people did assume it was going to go to Disney Plus and that they would get it. But even though they're subscribed over there, they are not getting it because it's being exclusive to America. And only now the specials are going to be until Ncuti shows up. Those episodes are going to be on the special, which sucks for those who are brand new fans coming into it, and that they're going to see the special and be like, wow, how do we see the rest of the series? Well, no, you got to spend money to get HBO. So it's not, it's very confusing for and then if you want to see the classics, you got to go to another subscription thing. So it's a big, I will say it's a big L for US fans. Big L.
Well, I know
a big win for UK fans.
Yeah, it's definitely
We're originated, it's allowed.
Well, I'm glad the home front has got it out there. But I know we got to.
We'll just have to save him in another war at some point. Maybe
the Halloween guru here.
Gang, I've got to run. Happy Halloween.
Where they can catch you there.
Yep, you can find us at eerietravels.com. That's links to all. That has all the links to all our podcast things and all that. So stay spooky, everybody. Clem and I from Hellview Cemetery here. Wish you all the best of spooky holidays. And we'll see you on the other side.
Got it. Take care. And of course, check out Eerie Travels on the YouTube channel for good old Mark out there. And don't forget, you saw it right here. Please subscribe and help out our YouTube channel, or if you're on the Facebook page, don't forget to subscribe there as well. Or you can do both. Hey, sometimes some things show up over on one side that don't necessarily show up on the other. So, but we also are on X, better known as Twitter. We're also on Threads, which nobody really comes to anymore. I felt bad about that. So we say goodbye to Mark Muncie. So we got Mark, British Mark, Candyman, still left over here. So we got one Mark. So we're doing good. Apparently, according to Andrew, the whole 14th series was shot in about 6 months, including this year's Xmas special. HBO is only until 2015. Then that deal runs out. You mean 2025?
Yeah, I was going to say, we've gone past 2015, haven't we, Andrew?
I think you meant 2025. So
it's wibbly wobbly time. It's wibbly wobbly.
It's
we speak your language.
What calendar are we using now? Gregorian or?
Yes.
So do you guys go change your clocks back this weekend?
Are you leaving too, Nick? Okay, cool. Yes. All right. Well, we're coming up to the end of the show.
I gotta go change my clocks.
Where can people find you, Nick?
You can find me by checking out Cosmic Mask online on the Doctor Who Appreciation Society website, or going to #NickSmithFilms. So you're there.
And you got it. And we knew it, Andrew. We just wanted to make sure we were just going to get the dates out there. Yeah. So check him out, Nick Smith Films. Also, you can check him out, The Cosmic Mask, and hopefully I will actually sit down and write an article one day. We'll see. So thank you for joining us.
I'm waiting, Christian.
Shut up.
And to answer your question, Candyman, you guys go first with changing your clock back. We're the following weekend, so you guys are ahead of us by 1 week.
Yeah. So when Andrew said it's late, it's not really late, because this is like normal half an hour into normal start, isn't it, Andrew?
So yeah, you're an hour. You're an hour now back, so it's right now 11:34 to you. 11:35.
Yeah, 11:30.
Right, and then we're going to catch up by dropping an hour back, so that everything will balance out in I think a couple of weeks. I know it takes place in November. Just to remember.
Next.
Yeah, I think it's next weekend coming up.
Remember. Yeah.
Remember.
No one uses Friendster or MySpace. Well, you know what? Just for that, Roger, I'm going back to MySpace. I need to know what's going on. I have an AOL account somewhere, and I've just abandoned all.
Yeah. Oh, I remember the days of AIM, AOL Instant Messenger.
Yep. That was. You got mail. God, that just that was always happy.
We'll put the box back.
Oh my goodness!
If I could turn back time.
So November 5th. So it's coming up this weekend that we are going to be saving an hour of sleep.
Remember.
The 5th of November. So yeah, we for those of you just make sure this coming weekend you set your clocks back on that, so that you know.
Monday.
How many free AOL CD-ROMs do they give out? Tons. And you know what? They're all under that hotel in Arachnids in the UK. They're all sitting there with the spiders collecting.
I think
that's where everything is on the bottom. So, okay, cool. Hang on one second. I
still have floppy disks.
So Maker Faire will be this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday, and the following Saturday, which is I gotta pull up the calendar. I'm sorry, we just got word and approval about this, and I finally got the banner to post. So I don't know why my computer's being a jerk. Hang on a second. So this weekend, the 4th and the 5th of November, will be at Maker Faire, and there is an event page up, and there will be very shortly an event page for November 11th. We will be appearing at, sorry, Andrew, I'm going to take that out of your chat there. We're going to be appearing at the Central Florida Fairgrounds again at Wicked World for the Dark Side of Fairy Tales. and just come to the camp to the fairgrounds. Dalek, Howell, and myself will be there, so check it out. Did anyone spot Mel in the special trailer? No. Like I said, I've been on vacation for about a week, and all of a sudden, if I leave town, everything happens. And this weekend was just really hard to keep up with things out there. So, everything that you send me, Andrew, I swear to you, someday in the coming future, I will be checking all that stuff that you send me, and I appreciate you sending me all that stuff out there.
Check it out.
So again, Wicked World will be taking place in 2 weeks, November 11th only, that Saturday at the Central Florida Fairgrounds, and Dalek Hal will be there for pictures and such. So
November 11th is also Remembrance Day for most of the Commonwealth countries.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like your Veterans Day, I think.
Oh, okay.
So basically, we would, on that day of November 11th at 11th hour, we remember our fallen soldiers, past and present.
Gotcha. And again, for all of our friends who are celebrating next coming days, tomorrow is Halloween. Tomorrow is Soween. So please be safe out there. And of course, again, don't forget on December 1st, we will be, after we've gone through all the 60th anniversary reviews and specials, we're going to start a run for the countdown of Christmas, going to December the 25th for the 25 days of Xmas, and I think we've called it the 25 days of Humus. So there's a lovely girl there for just one of many pictures. If you want to check it out, we've got a whole thing of Christmas and holiday stuff, but we've got tons of videos and things coming up out there. The only thing for those who may not be familiar with, or I should say, who are familiar with Hall's Mat, the only thing that is really weird is that they're not having it on a weekend. They're having it during the week, which is unheard of. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's not during the weekends. It's just like, why would you not put a convention of any kind on the weekend out there? So we'll be doing that. Plus, if you haven't checked it out already throughout this whole month, you can revisit Dr. Ticks on the Multiverse. We did that live from San Diego Who, and it was fun. It was a blast, and I'm sure we're going to be revisiting something of that nature. And while I was out, the team was kind enough to do Best Friends Whenever an Essential Dr. Donna primer to get everybody ready for the 60th anniversary coming up, and explanations about that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and say goodbye to the team. Tom, where can people find you?
You can go to youtube.com/@ReverendAmagon. The page is called Tasty Cake, where I do reviews on virtually everything. I've been doing more foodie reviews because someone asked for it. And as I just showed my little puppy here, I had to get this because my mind is so slow and everything. My uncle, Stanley, died on the last day of World War II, and he's buried in Holland. So I thought, you know what? Got to show my respect to an uncle I'll never meet.
Oh.
So things like that I should talk about, but again,
well, the puppy looks
too much
cute.
stuff to
I
deal
like
with
it.
here. Just please like, subscribe, share.
Mark, where can people find you? Do you have any convention things coming up?
I haven't got no conventions. I know there's a couple of conventions. We just had MCM this weekend. And I think in a couple of weeks' time, we've got London Film and Comic Winter Edition. So I may go down there. I'm not 100% sure at the moment. If not, I'll be always floating around Instagram, Facebook, and everything like that. I'm just around.
And Twitch.
At Twitch. Yep. You'll catch me in the chats, definitely.
And definitely not last, but definitely not the least, the lovely Mackenzie Floor. Don't forget, if you're looking for that holiday, if you're looking for that geek, that's something special, that book that they've always been reaching out for, you can first of all check Mackenzie out playing games on twitch.tv/Mackenzie Floor, and you can check out her books, The Red Ones, and the
Binge Watch a Guide to Doctor Who, which I need.
Yeah, I keep on wanting to say Hitchhikers. I stopped right at Hitchhiker's Guide. I just stopped myself.
the month of
Yes,
November, I am going to be playing Doctor Who games specifically as well. So I'll be playing like those old games from the 11th Doctor era. I never played any of them. I haven't played
wanna
the
play.
Lonely Assassins. Yeah. So I will be doing that. And I suspect that I'll probably be giving Traveling TARDIS all those episodes because we'll make another little extra area of the channel.
I want to play. And keep an eye out for Dave, Mackenzie, and myself because a lot of big changes have happened with Worlds Apart. Oh, there's a poppy seed.
And we can simulcast again on Twitch. We can do that.
Oh, that's been pulled? We can.
That has been, yes, that has been. There's only one condition, though, is that you cannot have let's say, a simulcast where you have multiple, so like, say, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, wherever it is that you're streaming to. You can't acknowledge anything that's going on the chat or showing it visually unless it's Twitch specifically. So that makes it a little bit difficult because I do want to simulcast.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to ignore, our people over here on YouTube land.
Okay, hang on a second, because I think I'm gonna toss this right here in the chats for people who are interested. Found it. Good job, Dave.
Yay!
Get this around here. Putting in the chats all 3 of our Twitch channels. That includes Traveling TARDIS, twitch.tv/Traveling TARDIS or /The Rat Hole DOTCA or / Mackenzie Floor. You can pick one of those 3. But when we start playing games again, we are going to do that exclusively. So that's good news that they've kind of pulled the reins on that. I'm hoping they pull the reins on the other stuff. But
I would too, but I can understand kind of where they're going from. However, OBS does allow you to simulcast. I have found there is a plugin for that. So you can do that and make it so that you can see chats and multi-stream, but it doesn't show up on stream. So there is a way to get around it.
Gotcha. Well, actually, I won't say this, but I know some friends who I don't think they know about this little ditty, and they're still simulcasting on. Somehow or another, they're getting through, and I'm just like, you know what? More power to you.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I'd rather ask for forgiveness than ask for permission.
Mm-hmm.
I know the social media's been like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I totally get it. I don't think that they're really doing so much that they're more like watching the whole thing with the chats, because the new CEO seems to be very. They just switched to a different CEO, and this CEO is much. He actually even has a whole channel on Twitch where he streams himself. Yesterday he got denied partners, so even that was. I was just like, oh, burn! We feeling that same pain as everybody else here. So. He's getting to experience some of the things that we as streamers experience.
You're the boss, and you can't even get it in there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, we're going to go ahead and see you next week. It's going to wrap it up. Thanks again for watching us. As you're walking out the door, please make sure that you are liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. Get those algorithms kicked up, because that's how we get to the folks out there. And don't forget to please stay safe out there this Halloween season. Thank you so much. Everybody, enjoy yourself. Please stay safe. Thank you for joining us at the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Tony, take us out before she gets us.